Bonjour mes amis, my name is Freya and welcome to another Creatures Agent showcase. This will be the showcase for my long-awaited Wolfling event wheel thingy. But I'm not going to put it up for download in the conventional way just yet, because this is hands down the most complicated agent I've ever made in my entire life. I'm sure it's full of bugs, so I'm going to be putting this up on my GitHub, and you guys can report bugs, and hopefully I'll find solutions before the festival run. But let me walk you through the new features. Say hello to my wonderful little testing group. So it's exactly as I showed you before, but it's been a while, so I'll walk you through everything. The quick events are as follows: Wartime, Playtime, Haste, Feast, Relocate, Relocate All, Plague, Love Time, Heatwave, Cold Snap, Heal, and Stingers. You can change your target species to Norn, Etten, Grendel, or Geet. Turning on the auto function causes it to pick events randomly. The frequency of the events depends on the population. You can set the difficulty of certain events with this. For instance, the Plague event will inject higher concentrations of toxins at higher difficulties. The wheel itself picks an event at random, and the C1, C2, C3 buttons determine the locations available for the relocate events. But if you don't have C1 or C2 to DS, it won't let you use them, because it would try to put them somewhere where they can't be, and that would be a problem. Timed events like Love Time and Wartime allow you to pause it halfway, hit play again, or cancel it manually. And if you hold Control and Shift when you click on each quick event button, you get additional settings. So this controls the duration of Wartime. This controls the number of balls per Norn generated when you use Playtime. Control-Shift clicking on this makes them disappear. The actual toggle here controls whether it's available to be picked from in the random selection, and this controls whether the toys are persistent. What I mean by that is if the toys are persistent and your Norns play with them, they just bounce. Whereas if the toys are not persistent and your Norns play with them, they pop and disappear. Haste is another timed event, speeds them up for a time, and you can control the duration. Who is making that horrible sound? I'm gonna turn off the sound effects for now. No, I can't do that because my agent has sound effects. Okay, we'll just have to be sad for this video. The Feast event does exactly what you think it would do. It creates food. And Control-Shift clicking on the type of food will delete the food that was just made. Now, there are two other options for food. One for carnivorous creatures, produces meat. Technically critter, but it's just a piece of meat, it won't run away. And one for toxic creatures, which will produce the cack from the cack in a box. Okay, now here's where things get complicated. The numbers on the relocate event choose how many Norns get relocated. 1, 2, or 3. For relocate all, the slider controls how many options there are to choose from in the default C1, C2, C3 sets of locations. However, you can also choose the locations yourself. That will effectively render this slider useless, but don't worry about that for now. If I want to move Norns to my current work-in-progress meta room, all I have to do is select this alternative option and it will turn purple. And if I click it again, it becomes blue and then it turns off. What purple means is that I have custom locations enabled and they are unlocked and visible. So, Control-Shift clicking on the purple button will produce this little cage, and I can hide it by switching it to light blue. Now, if I want to go from light blue back to purple without turning it off and disabling it, I hold Control and Shift again, and that turns it back and makes it visible. I can make a couple of these. And then I can hide them. And when I use Relocate All, it will use those instead of the default locations. Having that enabled also affects the Relocate 1. So if I get rid of these, I make another, and I put it here. Relocate all to bring everyone here. And then I want to move one Norn at random up here. I can use relocate 1, and Bongus will be brought over. And you can do all of this with the boxes visible or not. It really doesn't matter. And that is the part I'm expecting to have the most errors with. The secondary option for Plague allows you to toggle whether it affects just some of the Norns or all of them. Love time is about what you'd expect. The secondary option controls whether hormones are included as well as the desire to reproduce. So for instance, if you were doing a Wolfling run, but creatures that don't naturally produce testosterone and estrogen, you still don't want them accidentally mating, you would turn that off. Heatwave and Cold Snap do the same thing, but with opposite temperatures. So Heatwave produces these little fireballs that drastically increase the temperature in the room they're in. Control-Shift-Click to delete, as with all the other ones that produce things. Cold Snap does the same, but with ice, drastically lowering the temperature. You can see that you can see their breath now. Thank you, Verm, for that add-on. It's been a godsend. The secondary option for Heal toggles whether the healing affects everybody or not. And the Stinger slider selects how many stingers per Norn are created when you add stingers, which can also be deleted by Control-Shift-clicking on the toggle. I think that is everything that I intended to put on this device. This gray button here was going to do something, and I don't remember what I had intended for it to be. So that button's just gonna stay there until I suddenly remember it and decide to update. Oh, forgot to take it off the CAC option. There we go. I'll put the GitHub link in the description. That's gonna do it for this video, so thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!